What's going on, people? What's going on? It's Friday. We got a fight tomorrow. Pay-per-view event. Timothy Desert Storm Bradley versus Juan Manuel Marquez. I'm excited. I can't watch it, but I'm excited. Fortunately, I'm going to be at work, so where I'll be at tomorrow, working my part-time job on the ambulance. Me getting on... Nah, me being able to get on the internet to watch it, not a good look. Me actually trying to order it, not a good look. But been wanting to put this video out since Monday, so it wouldn't be last minute. But I'm doing some training right now at the fire department, urban search and rescue. We've been doing rope systems and high angle rescues all week. You do that 9 to 5 8 to 5 in the heat all day. All you want to do is come home and work out and go to sleep. It is what it is. But let's talk about this fight. Now, I haven't watched anybody's predictions. I haven't watched really any videos. I scanned some videos. When you go on YouTube, you roll through my subscriptions, and you see something. And I saw a title in one video, and Timothy Bradley was talking about, I'm going to use my speed on him. I thought that was comical. Timing beats speed any day of the week, but you're going to use your speed on him. Good luck, buddy. Good luck with that. When it comes to this fight, regardless of what happened in Timothy Bradley's last fight, regardless of what happened in Juan Manuel Marquez's last fight, when I break down these two fighters, in my eyes, Timothy Bradley is the underdog. And I know some people say, well, he's always an underdog. He's always this. He's always that. He's always trying to overcome, and he always overcomes blah, blah, this, blah, 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 that. True. But there's one thing Timothy Bradley has not done in his career. Fought an elite boxer brawler. Yes, I said it. Elite boxer brawler. Timothy Bradley has never fought anybody with the skill set of a Juan Manuel Marquez. It is what it is. Because you got to think about Juan Manuel Marquez's career. And that's why I love this guy. He was an avoided boxer in Mexico. When Antonio Barrero was doing his thing, when Eric Morales was doing their thing, and they were fighting Pacquiao to get the big money, and they had their other money fights, and blah, blah, blah. Juan Manuel Marquez was putting in work. And guess what both of them said? No, I would never fight you. Why were they scared of Juan Manuel Marquez? That's why I like that guy. He has a solid chin. You can say, oh, he gets knocked down all the time. How often do you see a fighter get knocked on his ass, get straight back up, and come right at you like you didn't hurt him? Not too often. I'm not saying he don't never get hurt, but not too often. Not too often do you see a technically sound, counter-punching Mexican boxer. Not just a hard-nosed Mexican fighter, but a technically sound, counter-punching Mexican boxer who, if you lure him into a brawl, he doesn't run from it. If you lure Juan Manuel Marquez into a brawl, he's like, let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all trade hands for a little bit. He'll step back, and then he'll just get back into his I won't say defense. He'll get back into his set and pick you apart. Now, when I look at Timothy Bradley's career, outside the fact that he was always the underdog. A lot of his fights, he was a smaller guy. Yes, he was a smaller guy. He kept going up in weight, but he was a smaller guy. And what he would do is get inside and make it ugly. He wasn't boxing anybody on the outside because regardless of if you want to say he got speed or not, his arms were shorter. He was a smaller guy, so it benefited him to get inside and do work. Think about fights when he fought Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander is a rangy puncher. He uses his length when he punches. So what did Timothy Bradley do? He went inside, started working the body, made it ugly. Throw them roundhouses to the head, because I call them roundhouses. I don't know what you want to call them. They're not really overhand right. They're not really hooked. They're just roundhouse punches as far as I'm concerned. He gets inside, he tags your body, throws them roundhouse punches up top. Just so pathetic. So pathetic. He wins his fights off of will. He will outwill you in a fight. I'm not going to say he's weak. He's weak on his punches like some people say. You can't be a weak fighter and people don't want to exchange with you. It is what it is. You can't be at this elite level of the game and not be able to punch. We're not talking about Paulie Malignaggi. And if you want to even talk about him, I can honestly say you put him on the basic lower level of boxing right now, he's knocking people out. He's just not knocking out top tier fighters. Same goes for Timothy Bradley. But will he be the harder puncher in the fight? No. He would not be the harder puncher in the fight because Marquez knows how to punch, and he's a counter puncher. He's going to hit you with the shots you don't see coming that will ultimately put you on your ass. It is what it is. I want to break this down to the 10th power, but I think you already know where I'm going with this. I do believe it's going to be a 12-round fight. I don't think Bradley is going to get knocked out. He'll go out on his shield, but I don't think Marquez is going to push the pace enough to knock him out. Technically, all Marquez has to do is stay on the outside, pick Bradley off every time he try to come in, pick him off. Bradley going to quote-unquote use his speed, and Marquez is going to use his timing and tag that head. The only chance to me, not Marquez, but Timothy Bradley has in this fight is to get on the inside and make it ugly. Because Marquez will not clinch. You get on the inside with him and start throwing, he's gonna start throwing. You're not gonna get on the inside of him and he's going, oh, let me clinch. No, he's hardcore Mexican at the end of the day. He's hardcore with it. You get on the inside with him and start exchanging, he's gonna exchange right back. So I won't say youth because just like what's his name? Bernard Hopkins has defied the aspect of being able to compete at an older level. Timothy Bradley is going to have to use extreme conditioning and making the fight ugly on the inside to possibly try to wear Marquez down and beat Marquez. Can he do that effectively? No. I don't think he could do it effectively. I think he's going to try his best. And a lot of those times, Marquez is just going to pick him off with his I won't say every time, but a lot of the times when Hetty Bradley comes in with that dome of his, I think Marquez has probably watched enough video to know to step back and throw the counter left. The check left. Step back, throw the check left. Bam! Bust him in his grill. So you can't bull rush your way in to a technically sound counterpuncher. It just doesn't work. Will fatigue play a factor later in the fight? When Marquez is fatigued and his timing is off, that's possible. But can Bradley get in the inside enough to make it ugly enough to tire Marquez out? And I don't think he can. I think at the end of the day, he's going to be supremely outboxed by a veteran savvy fighter. It just is what it is. I mean, the record speaks for itself. Look at Marquez's record. He only has 6 losses. One yes against Floyd Mayweather Jr. He had 3 questionable losses to Pacquiao. Questionable because, depending on who you talk to, the first 3 could have went either way. Out of 6 losses, that's already 4. You gotta be like, huh? 5th loss was his very first fight. It was a disqualification. So, was that really a loss? And his one legitimate fight early in his career, he was fighting a skilled, undefeated champion who got in that ass, but still didn't knock him out. So, you put somebody on this superior level of boxing in with a Bradley who goes in the ring and purely goes off of stamina and will. It's not an even matchup. See, and I know some people are going to say he's punch drunk from his last fight and so on and so on. Nah, I mean, he's not going to be in the ring. Marquez is not a hard puncher like that. He's a good, he know how to lay that wood, but he's not a good puncher like that. His is the timing. He catch you not looking, Bradley going to sleep. It's as simple as that. But at the end of the day, I'm calling it 12-round decision, unanimously for Juan Manuel Marquez. I'm going to say somewhere in the ballpark of 8 rounds to 4. Maybe 7 rounds to 5. I'm going to say 7 rounds to 5. You do the math on that. But I'm going to get up out of here. I got to do some rehydration. I've been out in the sun all day. So it's time to hydrate. Yes, sir. Till the next one, I'm out of here. Doses.